Hello fellow artists. So today we are going to paint our gnome. Here are some examples for inspiration. We are looking mostly at this one where the hat is covering the whole body. Okay, so I'll move those. We will need paint, paper towel, bowl of water, and we need a tiny detail brush and a medium round brush. Okay, so I would paint the biggest part first, and please do not get crazy with the colors. Pick about 1 or 2 colors for the hat or the clothing, because otherwise it just kind of looks like a rainbow vomited. Okay, so rinse, wipe, dab on a paper towel. And I'm going to choose, let's see, a pink hat. So I'm going to paint all of that hat pink. Notice how I'm holding the sculpture with one hand and turning all kinds of angles so that I can make sure I'm getting all of it. Now this paint you're using is washable, so it's tempera. So it might take a layer or two to get a solid color because you can kind of see through here. But luckily it dries pretty quickly because clay is like a sponge. It absorbs that paint. So you can always do a second layer after you feel like it is dry enough. I like to tap in small spaces to get all those little cracks and crevices. See, that's already dry, so I could go over it another time. Oops, forgot this part. The goal here is to make sure there's no white spaces except on the bottom where your name should be. Okay, now you can add a polka dot design if you would like. I'm going to do green, and I'm dipping the wrong end of the paintbrush and then tapping to make some polka dots. If it is completely dry, you can add a color on top and it won't mix and be all muddy. You could also, instead of dots, you could have done stripes with your tiny brush, or just leave it one color. Okay, then any extra detail that you have, use your small brush. So I'm going to make, let's see, what would look good? Maybe a teal butterfly. Once again, tapping, oops, to get all the white spaces, tapping and turning and tapping and turning. I have a beautiful oops here. Now this teal paint drips really long drips. So when you dip, if you're going to use the teal, just dip and kind of get the extra off by shaking it so that it doesn't get everywhere. But if you don't like an oops that you have, you can get a clean wet brush and scrub it off. And then you can cover that up once it dries, okay? And I could scrub there if I want. For the beard, you can water down some black to make a gray beard, or you could just leave it white. I will be calling you up to do your skin tones for the nose. So don't paint the nose. I will do that for you since it's super quick, and then here will be the skin tone choices. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry before I do a yellow middle to the butterfly or add detail there. And once again, you can leave that beard white or give your black just a little bit of water and tap in the cracks to make a gray beard. All right, have fun.